let's transition. We are into the 4 o'clock hour here on the Reality Check. Glenn Clark with you on WNST.net. Coming up this weekend, not only will the Heisman Trophy be handed out, but the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award will be, it's already been decided. We know the winner. We're about to welcome into the show, but it will be given. There will be the ceremony to recognize this year's Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award winner. And it's a pleasure now to welcome in the man who will be receiving that award, the quarterback from the University of Alabama. We welcome into the show Mr. AJ McCarron. AJ, it's Glenn Clark here in Baltimore. Thank you so much for taking the time, and congratulations on a really significant honor.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate it, and thank you for having me on the show.
Do you know anything about Johnny Unitas? Like, we all like to think in Baltimore that Johnny Unitas is like the golden vision of a quarterback. But for a guy your age, does it mean anything to you when you find out that you're getting an award with his name on it?
Well, of course. And you know, I actually, when I found out, I went and Googled his name and just read up on him and read about his career at Louisville. And then, part of his career, I think he was, 15-time, All-American or something. For back in those days, I guess that was the Pro Bowl, and how they did it, and for the Colts. So it is an honor. And I told Johnny Unitas Jr., I couldn't thank him enough, and how much of a pleasure it was to be named the 2013 Golden winner.
That's really cool. So when you have to give speeches when you do this tour, and again knowing what might happen on Saturday night, do you have to save anything and you not give everything away in one particular speech? Do you have to save it for the next one?
I don't know. I mean, this is my first time ever winning anything. This is my first award.
That can't be right. That doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, I was up for awards last year, never won anything, and so this was Unitas was my first one ever, and so it'll be my first speech ever, I guess. I'm just going to kind of just go from the heart and just say how I feel, and hopefully it'll be good enough.
All right, so who gets the first thank you in the speech? Is it the coach, your mom, or your girlfriend? Who gets the first one?
Well, it's none. I gotta thank God.
All right,
okay. The man above, and he makes it all possible for me.
All right. Well, then who's number two?
Then it's definitely my mom.
Okay. All right. Now, do you have to let Coach Saban and Catherine know that beforehand? Like, hey, I'm going to thank Mom first, or do they get it?
Oh, I don't know. Coach Saban, he probably doesn't even care. Right. He's probably just gonna listen, and then it'll, he'll stop thinking about it right after I get done.
So you don't have to worry about his reaction afterwards. Like if you accidentally forget him somehow, you don't have to worry about him coming back and saying, "Boy, AJ, I thought I meant something to you."
No, I mean, I don't know. He might, but I'm definitely not going to leave him out, so I'm not going to worry about that.
He is Alabama quarterback AJ McCarron. He joins us here on the Reality Check as he will be in Baltimore accepting the Unitas Golden Arm Award this weekend. Hey, AJ, just, as much as this one means a lot, and obviously the Heisman is what everybody strives for in college football on an individual level, and certainly what you've accomplished, winning national championships and winning SEC championships, are the desired team goals. But on an individual level, what would it mean to you, and how do you prepare for Saturday night, knowing that all the pundits think it's going to be someone else that's going to win? Do you settle in for that and say it's not happening, and sort of not get your hopes up, or how do you handle that approach to Saturday nights?
Well, I mean, first of all, I think the Unitas Award is, equally as important as every other award. Because it's for my position, so it's nothing less, than the Heisman. The Heisman nowadays has a lot to do with a lot of hype, so media hype. So I know I don't have that media hype that a lot of other guys have, but it's an honor, like I said, for me to be invited. I said I would never go to New York unless I earned it. I feel like I've earned it, and that's all I care about. I'm gonna live in the moment and enjoy it, and whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to really worry about it. I'm going to enjoy the time with my family and everybody up there all together at once.
It is amazing to hear you say you don't have the media hype. And I get what you're saying, because for the Heisman itself, there's a lot of other guys that are getting talked about. It's just amazing to hear Alabama quarterback, a guy that's very well known, say, I realize I'm not the guy with the media hype. I don't know why. It just struck me as kind of odd.
Yeah, I think a lot of the media is probably tired of hearing Alabama. So, you don't get a whole lot of love all the time. So there's a lot of hatred with very little love,
I get that. Hey, how long did it take you to get over what happened in the Iron Bowl? Not just losing, because, again, you lose games. It happens. But the way that it happened, the drama that was involved, like, did it take a little bit longer? Did you wake up, like, 2 days later saying, boy, I still can't believe that it went down the way that it did?
Well, no. I feel like I keep football in a good perspective. I think when I walked off the field, whenever I walk off the field, I know I truly played the hardest I could and left it all out on the field. And that's why I'm a happy person, whether we win or lose when I leave the field. And so as soon as it was done, I walked off the field, hugged my family. That was the first people I saw, and hugged them, gave them kisses, and told them I loved them and for always being there for me. And I let it go then. I'm the type of person that, I don't – football is a game. It's not life, and I try to keep it that way no matter what.
You played in national championship games. It seemed like it's all you've ever done is play in national championship games. How do you approach now getting back up, knowing it's not going to be the national championship game? Can you just have fun for the next couple of weeks, or knowing who Coach Saban is, knowing the other guys, is it going to be maniacal in your preparations for Oklahoma?
Well, I mean, football is always fun to me, but I never go out just to go through the motions. I'm going out to win, and it's just like whenever I play my family, my mom or my dad in board games, and they get mad at me because I take it so serious. Well, hell, if we're going to play, I'm playing to win. I don't know about y'all, but
nice.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. So I'm going to go out and play my hardest and treat it like it's, we have something to prove. We think we're the best team in the country. We just had a slip-up, so we need to go out there and play our best and try to prove that.
What's your board game of choice, by the way?
Oh, man, Monopoly.
Nice.
Of course.
So
yeah, Monopoly.
Are you playing like these 5-hour games that go on and you get to the point where you start? Because I have traded real things in my life in Monopoly. Like I've traded I'll give you that T-shirt in my closet that I knew that my college roommate liked. I've gone that crazy playing Monopoly. Do you go that route?
No, I definitely don't go trading real things.
Okay.
But,
okay.
But I'll play it for as long as it's going on and I'm still in the game.
We are wrapping up with AJ McCarron, Alabama quarterback, and the winner of the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award. Find out more about the gala and the award itself and the foundation by going to goldenarmfoundation.com. We know you're in a house somewhat divided because you're an Alabama guy, and we know your girlfriend went to Auburn. We know she was rooting for you against Auburn, but what does night of the national championship game look like now? Like, can you be SEC pride and support her and root for Auburn, or is that line way too hard to walk and you got to say no way, no how I could ever root for Auburn?
No, she doesn't even though she went to Auburn, she doesn't root for her. She never has, She was never a football fan.
Interesting.
In her 4 years there, she only went to one game, and that was because her family wanted to go there. So they're not like, her family's not a huge football family.
Okay.
They're very Christian people and great people, and so they kind of. I don't know who. I don't even think she'll watch the game unless I'm watching it. She doesn't really care for football, so it's just good to have that when I come home. To have somebody who's your partner that doesn't care whether you win or lose, and is still going to be there whether you have football or not.
All right. Well, what about you, AJ? Can you go? Again, SEC pride, or dude, we just lost them a couple weeks ago. I can't root for those guys.
Well, I mean, I'm not one of these crazy SEC fans. I don't take it. I don't take it that personal. I'm gonna root. I know people on both teams, so you know, I'm gonna root for both teams, and I guess just whatever happens, happens.
All right.
The good thing is I'm not in it, so I won't be stressed out. I promise you that.
Right. And the other thing is you get to keep the rings that you already have no matter what. Like, you don't have to worry about any of those. And I have to ask before I let you go, I know you're probably sick of this one, but all the rumors swirling around about Coach Saban, like, do you pay attention? Do you ask him anything, or do you just say, look, man, I got one more game to go, and then I got other things to worry about in my life? I don't even think about that sort of stuff.
Well, I mean, I know I've asked him for. I know Miss Terry well enough. She ain't allowing Coach Saban to leave. But you know, for me though, I can't. I mean, I personally don't think he'll leave. I think he loves it there, and he's built a great program. And but you never know. So I can't answer for him. But I know for right now, he's still with me for one more game. So whatever happens, I want to finish it on a good.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, I know you're going to be in Baltimore this weekend. I'll warn you. I'm sure you're very familiar with Ozzie Newsome. There's a whole lot of Alabama guys that somehow end up here in Baltimore. It's just one of those weird things how it ends up that way. I don't think the Ravens will be looking for a quarterback because I'm pretty sure they're happy with the one they have. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if at some point in the future your path was to cross with Baltimore again. Just knowing how Ozzie works, it wouldn't surprise me in any way if somehow, some way you ended up here in Baltimore one day down the line. AJ,
that sounds good to me.
Congratulations again on a significant honor. You're a great dude. I've really enjoyed this conversation. Class act. It's been fun watching you play these last few years. We're rooting for your success in the future, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely. AJ McCarron, Alabama quarterback.